Okay, it started. So this is the truth about PixelGrew. Jackson, you have anything to say before we start?
Yes, I do. No.
Say it.
In response to Taco's video, the things that he said were blatant lies. Now, some of the stuff he said, I can agree with, such as that Hunab does make the server a non-profit. But here's the thing: he took clips of me out of context and made it seem like I was the bad person.
They
And
have
that
and they have very
is
bad
disgusting.
proof. We actually have proof. They have barely any proof. And if you like, and we're gonna show you all the
The
proof that we
proof
gathered.
that they use was in our Discord server, which proves that they're just using they're using our proof as counterproof to our arguments, which makes literally zero sense onto why they did that.
So that's why we gathered them. We gathered proof of them totally. It's not even out of context. They were intentionally doing it and saying it and saying horrendous stuff.
Now, first, this is the first section of the video which I would like to go over. The mod abuse in PixelGrew has gotten to a level where it's out of hand, and not even Poonab is doing anything about it. And you guys know he's strict on rules if you play the server. To start the proof channel.
Alright.
If we scroll up to the very beginning, we will find the very first screenshot. Now, these are two people that apparently are on the same side. Here's the thing about Lil Huddy. Lil Huddy, let me tell you about him. He deliberately went into our servers and our DMs and our VCs as a spy. But for some strange reason, he was also on our side too. He agrees that the mod abuse has gotten to a level, but still agrees with Taco and Bestspark and Poonab for no reason whatsoever.
We actually have clips of him admitting a bunch of stuff. Should I play them?
We have deliberate proof of him admitting mod abuse in PixelGrew. And we will show that in a moment. But before we do, I would like to say that the following screenshots that I'm about to recite are actually going to prove the fact that moderators see themselves as above people, not equal to us. So let's explain. In this first screenshot, Lil Huddy says, well, too bad. We just want to talk to Poonab. Bestspark does not agree with our wishes. He says, no womp womp, I want to hear this. And Lil Huddy says, but it's about y'all, so no. We wanted to privately speak to Poonab only about Bestspark and Taco. And they were not respecting our wishes. In fact, even though Taco said that they had the right to close it, they deliberately didn't do so in despite of us. This next screenshot, we have Taco. He says that should be in DMs, not a ticket where every admin can see. Now, Poonab has his DMs turned off. In order to talk to him on an issue, you're gonna have to add him. And do you know how many friend requests he gets a day? A lot. Too many. In fact, take a look at the screenshot. Lil Huddy said some people don't have him added. He also says that it's our choice. Now, personally, I believe that if we create a ticket, we should have rights to do what we want with that ticket. And if we don't, well, that's not fair. Bestspark says, actually, I'm only a mod. And Taco says, let's see, I mean, it's a ticket and you aren't saying anything. And remember this next part, he says, so we are good to close this.
That is
deliberately.
That is
He's good to close it.
Like, there's no logic in that.
Exactly. The next screenshot is us politely asking Bestspark to close the ticket. Lil Huddy says, whatever. Close the ticket, at Best Spark. Best Spark says no. Okay. We tried to close the ticket ourselves and try to utilize our rights. But I get a private message from a bot named Tickety saying, you need either the support role, manage channels, manage guild, or administrator permissions to perform this command. And the roles that we need are CEO, helper, moderator, and admin. So we have to be either the moderator, the owner, an admin, or a helper in order to close our own ticket. We asked him why was he staying inside of our ticket, and why was he not closing it? Best Spark replies with his troll face, and then replies with the troll face emoji. For no reason whatsoever, he is deliberately not answering our question and trolling us about a serious accusation. The next screenshot, I replied to Taco, where he said he was good to close this. And I said, you said you would, right here. Taco considered closing it. But Best Spark said he would not. It isn't Best Spark's choice, because Taco wanted to close the ticket. But because of Best Spark, couldn't. And that is messed up. Taco has his own decisions, but Best Spark forced him not to close the ticket. I have another screenshot right here. Taco says, do we close? Best Spark says no. Taco says both of them say yes, we could just download transcripts. By the way, he's doing that without our consent.
That is crazy.
Lil Huddy replied to Best Spark and said it was not their choice. Now listen to this. Taco VR replied to Huddy and said, actually it is. He's a mod. You are a person. That is disgusting.
It's unbelievable.
If someone is saying that you are a person and they are a mod, then they see themselves as above you. They see themselves as more superior than ordinary people like us.
That is messed up.
Next, we have another screenshot. Lil Huddy says it's our ticket. If we want to, we can. Spark says, technically no. And Taco says, if we don't want to close it, we don't have to. Here's the thing. It's not their ticket. Next, we have a voice recording, clipped, of Mr. Fish, who has broken Rule 2 more times than anyone in the entire server, of him cussing me out.
I'm gonna play it right now.
Listen.
Hold on. Minecraft, shut your bitches up.
I will send it to you so you can play it. Awesome.
Yeah. I'll share my screen too. Okay.
Let's watch his screen, everyone.
Here it is.
Hold on, Minecraft, shut your bitches up.
We're not. Hold on. He said that.
Hold on, Minecraft, shut your
heard it.
bitches up.
He told me, I love Minecraft, shut your bitch ass up. And in
That's
case
exactly
you guys
what
don't
he
know,
said.
Rule 2 states, family friendly. Maintain a safe community. Don't give out personal information. Report and screenshot unsafe or creepy behavior. Please, no profanity. I confronted Mr. Fish. I said, do you know how much you broke Rule 2? And he admitted, saying, a lot. LOL.
He does not care at all. Out of all the people that should have been banned, it should have been him from the very start. Also, along with that, after he said all that stuff with Fish, Fish replied with, lol, I don't like my taxes. He's not taking this seriously at all. And then over here, we have them. Actually, I can't even show that. That is disgusting. Utterly terrible.
Next screenshot shows a Nazi swastika made in Minecraft.
Who's the
Now, mind you,
wait?
in the
Who's
VC,
the one that's live streaming it?
I mean, making a Nazi swastika in Minecraft. Now, mind you, both Taco and Spark were moderators on the server. Java was the one who had streamed this.
Well,
Java had
they were all
faced
chill with it. They don't
zero
care.
repercussions for making an offensive symbol in Minecraft. Both Taco and Spark allowed this action and did not penalize him for doing this.
It is terrible.
Next, we move on to Mando, who is actually one of the worst traitors that the Revolution has ever seen.
He's not only a
He
traitor
let
to
in
us, he was also a traitor to Taco.
He let in Best Spark's own bot who spammed the server with watermelon emojis. Anyways, take a look. First, we have this.
What's this screenshot over here? When you reply to Mendo saying nah. Let's see.
Screenshot shows him, Mando, saying, well, actually, this is a cut off screenshot. I gotta find the full one.
It's fine. Just explain what he said.
So to give some context, Taco had deliberately tried to fake Mando by calling him a pedophile. In reality, Mando was 13. He would not be a pedophile. So, that's psychopathic behavior on on Taco's part, because he wanted to ruin his relationship because he could. I asked him about this. He said, I don't know, 'cause I can. I said, that's all? He said, yeah. He said,
Jeez.
womp womp.
Oh,
That was the only message I sent, so. I said, that isn't effing funny. You're a literal psychopath for that. Also, BTW, you can't just do these things and not expect consequences. He knew this, by the way. He also had leaked Mando's real-life IP, with Mr. Fish sending the IP in Taco server. Mando had replied saying, wait, is that actually my IP? Mr. Fish said yes. Java just sent a GIF, and Mando said, dude, it is my IP. Don't ask why I haven't memorized.
I don't think Mando's taking this seriously.
They were doxing this innocent person within the server. And by the way, Poonab was in that server too. And he didn't do anything about it.
Poonab is probably the better here. He'd probably say, hey, I want this IP address. But still, what Mando should be taking this more seriously either way. He's saying, oh, don't ask why I haven't memorized. Like it's like he's acting like it's a joke. He does not know how far getting doxed can be.
I told Mando's girlfriend about this. I said, I pasted the image.
What did she say?
And I said, yeah, they're expecting Mando's messages to try to ruin your relationship. In my opinion, you should call them out for that.
What did they respond to?
I replied and show how he banned me for trying to speak out the truth. Which, by the way, is disgusting. I should say. That's disgusting. You should never ban someone for speaking the truth. Next, said, Mando said no after I got banned. Taco said that guy is accusing people, so I don't care. Also, I sent one message. Not trying to ruin your relationship, but if you called me a bit, I would. Mando said, let me talk to Poonab, please. Taco, I know the truth, don't lie. Taco said, then let's see it. Mando said, ask him. Oh wait, you banned him. Then Mando said, it was meant to be a joke. He tried to message Poonab and say that Taco is abusing mod powers in PixelGrew if you didn't know. Mando sent a screenshot. He said, bro, stop trying to ruin my relationship with my girlfriend at Taco VR. Taco said, dude, I ain't. I sent one message. This is continued. It's proof that she is not 10. His girlfriend is not 10. By the way, that was a lie. So Taco, deliberately still continuing with this lie, is...
Yo, wait, what is that image?
That's a good question. I don't know what that image is. Next, we move on to the next screenshot. With, you know, him then saying... with me saying, did he ever abuse mod while you were there? Mando said, yeah, I never got screenshots though.
Suspicious.
I said, explained what he did. And Mando said, I think he helped Senpai blow up my base in creative.
That's messed up.
Mando said in the chat, yeah, Taco is always creative. Like always, never gets out of creative. I then sent screenshots of me and this other guy titled Aryan who I think is also a spy. He said that discrimination and hating people is all that he does. And we're talking about Best Spark, by the way. I said, yeah, basically. People were being rude to each other, and he didn't stop it, even though he's an admin. Aryan said this is bad if he has anger issues. He could easily destroy the server because he has admin powers. I said, true. Aryan said, also, Poonab doesn't hire staff properly. He should hire people who are dedicated to the server. He hires people who just quits. I said, maybe he lied and said he had a hack when he didn't. I don't know, but I was still shocked. Aryan said, like, there is no staff online when I play. If I need help, I have told them many times to hire a different time zone staff. I said, but after the 0302 VC thing, I'm getting kind of suspicious that he might actually probably be telling the truth. Aryan said he was gone mad he can't hack. He is not that good at coding anyways. But what he said about the server shocked me. And if you wonder what he said about the server, I replied to Aryan who was wondering what Best Spark had said about the server. I was just talking to him. Now let me say, this is the transcript, at least what I remember, of what Best Spark yelling out into the VC. Are you ready?
Yeah.
He said this, and I quote, if you keep talking, I'm gonna hack your account. I have the files to do so. You know what? I'm going to hack this server because I hate y'all anyways. I didn't record it because I didn't expect him to start saying that. It was almost out of nowhere. People will say I'm lying when I'm not. They're too scared to get hacked. Now again, I don't know. You know.
That's serious. Hacking is very serious.
If Spark actually had a hack or he was just joking.
I don't feel like you were
But at
joking.
that time, I was concerned because that's something that a mod should never say. Next, this is proof of Taco calling me a scammer when I'm not. I said, invest in Zenith, hosting Zenith Space Systems. Taco said, brother, scammer. I said, no, it's a company. He said, womp. Zenith was rockets. It was literally just toy model rockets that we shot into the air.
That is messed up.
To call us a scammer is messed up. And by the way, Taco is not even supposed to be helper. Best Spark's not even supposed to be admin. Best Spark in the Discord server is a Best Spark in the Minecraft server is a helper. And Taco in the Minecraft server is a builder. Something sketchy is going on.
Where's the mod?
And for some reason, under Best Spark's name in the Minecraft server, it says 090. I don't know if this means anything, but I'll still say this.
That is very
They're
suspicious.
not mods. They are helpers and builders. The only slightly moderator power thing is a helper, which is what Taco is when Taco is a builder.
I think.
And Best Spark shouldn't be an admin. He's a helper.
I think they're
why do
only
they have mod
admins
powers?
on the Discord server. They don't really have much power in the game besides probably some admin commands like banning, kicking, just that. And game mode switch.
Then we see Taco had made a bot called Anti-Mando Beg. What was Anti-Mando? We still don't know. Apparently it was a bot to get rid of Mando. Mando said that there would be a riot against PixelGrew. And Taco said, shut your bitch ass up. Which is a curse, by the way.
Yeah, Taco is not family friendly.
Then we see response. Best Spark says real, replying to Taco saying such your bitch ass
So
up.
Best Spark agrees
Mando
with that.
says, well, I am organizing a riot and war right now, right as we speak. Now, at that moment, we were being peaceful. We didn't agree with Mando with the
This
riot
is
and
peaceful
war.
protesting.
That was peaceful protesting. But now, as we're speaking right now, we've tried peaceful protesting so much and it hasn't worked. And we've gone to, now we're going to start to riot. Best Spark said womp womp, and so did Taco. He also said, don't forget I can ban you. So, banning people for speaking the truth. He also replied and said PixelGrew is going on. Mando replied and said PixelGrew is going on strike. No one will be joining until the corrupt admins are gone. And Best Spark said, kindly shut. Speaking the truth. Taco said, not true. If you actually looked, which you can't because you are banned. Lots of people are joining. I have videos lined up to promote the server too. So I'm not even addressing the corrupt admins, just addressing the fact that the strike won't happen.
He's being very cocky.
Mando then replied and said, well, guess what? I have someone in the server that's helping, and I'm not saying who. He's referring to me. Taco said, well, guess what? You going to, or you are never getting unbanned, and any of your connections are getting banned as well. Not before you go. Shut your bitch ass up. And then he got banned from Taco's server.
Rest in peace.
Taco then messaged Mando's girlfriend again, basically harassing her, because Mando's girlfriend did not want to be associated with Taco. Taco said, hey again, Mando has been very rude to staff, wrong, and at other staff on PixelGrew, that's also wrong, and he's been trying to cause a riot and a bunch of bad things to happen. That isn't bad because at that moment we didn't agree with him. He says he is using some other account. No, he's not. I am not Mando. I don't know what that means, Taco. And then he kept saying that he will not tell us about, and I will kindly ask you to tell if you were working for/with Mando. Now, at that moment, Mando's girlfriend did not want to be associated with Taco. This was basically harassment.
Alright, which screenshot are we at now?
We're at screenshot sent by Here Kitty. You could have Chesburger at May 18th, 2025, 9:59 p.m. where he said, I'm acting like I'm on their side, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get info. Oh, then we go to mine screenshot at 10 p.m. where Taco said the R slur.
Wait, really? Wait, where's
And then Mando said, definitely saw that 30 times. Tacos called me a R slur every effing day. Here, Kitty, you can ask Chesburger says, send it to proof. Mando says, OMG the line. And Mando says he doesn't even have another account. He then provides more screenshots with which we've already went over, so we will not be going over them anymore. We already went over those screenshots.
Wait. Okay. Oh, yeah. I gotta show them now. Okay, I'm gonna just show them again. So yeah, these are the ones that I took. So the ones where where Taco started getting, even after we tried to, for like the second time, the last time, we were trying to do peaceful again. We let Taco into the server so we could have a peaceful talk, and then he started crashing out in the bad way, like a really bad way. Like, for
We asked
example,
him to join the VC, and he just started calling us the R slur, and he just started
He's-
calling us the F word, and the B word, and
he
the A
said
word, and all sorts of
he
bad
called us
words.
fuck ass animal, and he said you rather be hit by like a van, and then he said duck duck duck, and then and he starts spamming that, and then he calls us a fuck ass prick, and there's
Yeah,
and then
prick is also a
and then
curse
the
word,
R
by the
word.
way.
He is like the opposite of family friendly. This is crazy. And then we also have some video recordings of Little Huddy, and these are not out of context. He intentionally wanted to say them. I'll now be playing them right now. Okay, so here's the first one.
Can you screen share?
Yes, I'm gonna screen share. Okay, here we go. So this is the first video.
Blatantly mod abusing. It was sickening. Blatantly mod abuse. Oh, I can't hear.
It's I can't share the tab Discord while on Discord.
I think you can.
I tried. It won't share audio.
If you want, I can share.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
I'm going to delete some tabs.
Wait. Oh, it still won't work.
And where is it? In proof, you have the videos?
Oh, wait. I could just... Look. I could just watch the videos on my computer. I'll share my screen. Okay. I'll just share my entire screen. Okay. You should be able to hear it if I go here now. Okay. You hear it?
Yes.
Okay, let me turn it up. What I gotta do. Oh, I got turn volume. Okay.
Hey, yes. Yes, there is mod abuse on the server. There is definitely mod abuse on the server.
See? Clearly, right there and there, he fully
Clear as
admitted.
day.
Yeah.
No way that you could interpret that as anything else.
He fully admitted that there was mod abuse.
Said that there is mod abuse.
Okay, here's the second
Now
one.
listen, okay? I see the server is poorly ran.
He right there. He agrees that the server is poorly ran and fully corrupted. I don't know why he's still
100%. There's no AI. There's no fake right there. That is 100% from Lil Huddy himself.
He is getting full consent to saying that. This is not out of context.
I try
Here.
to talk to the owner every day.
Why are you accusing me of apparently lying and doing all these horrible things because I said the server was a piece of crap?
Well, you see, I try to talk to him. I try to talk to him as much as I can. Okay, I get stressed out on the server because I hate how it's ran. Okay, I think it's stupid.
See? He hates the server and he hates how it's run and he thinks it's stupid.
He hates the server and he thinks it's stupid. So why is he staying?
I don't get his logic at this point.
Neither do I.
Up right now. Just shut up.
See, and then all of a sudden he started crashing out on us.
For literally no reason.
We were
The worst thing that I think that we had did to him is that we were talking.
Yes. I think at some point we started to cover. He got in a little peaceful at the end at least, but still, he did not have to say all that. He said all that stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up. We were just trying to be peaceful, and he was not. I'll play the last screenshot. The last one.
Okay.
Play lies. The things that you're saying are lies and contradictions, and it makes no sense whatever.
Okay, what the reason why I want you to shut up is because I'm trying to talk right now, and I'm trying to explain why I'm not leaving the server. But every time that I try to talk, no, shut up, shut up. Let me talk. I'm not messing around with you.
I'm not trying to explain why you should, and I can't because you keep lying and putting contradictions in your argument.
See, he does not get it. And then he resorts to saying shut up again, multiple times.
No reason for him to say shut up.
Like you could
Whoever.
once you finish your point, then you could say his. It's simple. Simple conversation.
Exactly. I was trying to explain something, but he just kept telling me to shut up for no reason.
See, did I play this
Now
one?
listen, okay? I see
Yeah.
the
Okay. So yeah, those are all the clips from oh, I forgot.
Shots too.
Yeah, little hoodie.
Here, I have some screenshots of what we see right here. We see right here
Where?
yesterday at 1:26 a.m. in the proof channel, by the way. We see Lil Huddy saying, "Bro, Poon, who's Poonab, didn't care that Taco was 12 and told me to stop talking about it." I said, "So Poonab doesn't care about his own mods and powers?" He said, "Nope." I said, "That's so effed up." And he said, "For real." Honestly, in my opinion, that shows that he agrees. Lil Huddy even went so far as to say he was going to make a joke about it. I said, "Yeah, PixelGrew was cooked." Lil Huddy said, "Yeah, but when I said I'm a kid, I almost got banned." Then I said, "I wasn't banned, I would confront Poonab. That's effed up what he said." And Lil Huddy said, "For real."
Wait, is it okay if you screen share?
Next, we see,
Can you screen share really quick? That screenshot.
yeah, I'll screen share.
Okay.
Next, we see this screenshot. We have Spark meeting with Mando. Mando said, "Please explain your problem. I was banned from the Discord server." And then just a bunch of, apologies and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
This is Poonab's response to Lil Huddy after he said, "Do you not care that Taco is underaged?" Poonab said, "Sorry I said that, Huddy. I don't know what people make up and whatnot." What is there to make up? People make up lies all the time. That's true, and so do your staff. I do care about the rules. If you did, then why are they broken by staff? Just stay cool and keep going. Okay, but is that really necessary to our argument right now? Our job is to keep our server family friendly and a safe environment.
Family
Okay,
friendly.
So why is it not family friendly and why is it not a safe environment?
That's the total opposite.
What people do outside our server when they create accounts and stuff is their choices. We don't ask personal details.
Yeah, but in the server,
Okay, if you're not worried about what goes on outside of our
bluntly in the
server,
server cussed multiple people out.
if you aren't worried about what goes on inside the server, no, outside the server, what are you doing about the inside of the server?
I don't think he cares even a little bit.
This is a screenshot of Taco saying, "Dang, well, do I have to be 13 to drink that, though?"
I don't understand.
He's,
Drink what?
yeah, he's admitting.
He's
He's admitting that he's not 13, and Poonab acknowledges this, saying, "Taco, you have to be 13 plus. I'm sorry."
Those.
And, he's, trying to lie about his age, too.
That is crazy.
Technically, I think this is lying about his age.
Definitely.
Isn't it? Or is he just
yeah, if
identity?
it's his dad, he's lying.
I think he's committing identity theft.
Yeah, that's definitely
Next,
identity theft.
This was from Here Kitty You Could Ask Chesburger, where,
He got banned. For
getting
doing
banned, and
he didn't even do
Kitty
anything.
said he got banned for no reason, by the way. This was a no reason ban.
Wait. I have to say something.
What?
Along with Chessburger getting banned. Wait, let me show. I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Entire screen. Okay. So, if I open Minecraft, and this is before anything. Look, if I go into Minecraft Java right now, and I was trying to try out the servers myself, trying to get a little feel to it, and I just wanted to like say hi and stuff, trying to be chill, nothing too serious. And after a few minutes of playing, I got banned by Best Spark for a year.
It's for a year, by the way.
Yeah, about like a little more than that. And for no reason as well.
A year is 365 days. If anything, you're less than a year.
I was banned for no reason. Just like Chessburger. This is messed up.
Here, this is when Poonap full lied to my face because he said he was gonna unban me. That's the screenshot of him lying. Also, apparently, let's go back to this screenshot right here.
Yeah,
where is it?
Way back.
We don't ask personal details.
That is, this guy must know nothing about his own server. He must not even check it. He just sits there like he's a big man.
This says from Arian Who, I just had an interview on a server where they asked my official government name, my real age, and strict interview. The minimum age for the interview is 16 years old.
Excuse me? Then how did Taco get in here?
Good question.
I have a feeling this might be something to do with IRL. Anyways, what were you saying?
I might actually have to go. We will make a follow-up video though about this, but
Yes, this is very
as
serious.
of now, I would say that is part 1 of exposing PixelGrew's bot abuse and harassment and the corruption going on inside PixelGrew.
Also,
and how they're lying about us.
Yeah.
So
also, don't forget to like and subscribe to both of our channels.
yeah.
Yeah, and then make sure to unsubscribe from Taco, and dislike his all his videos.
You don't want to subscribe to him. If you want to subscribe to someone who is deliberately a psychopath, liar, harasser, and even a pedophile defender, then go ahead and do that.
Yeah, but if you don't, you should subscribe to us.
Arrested, exposed, arrested.
Anyways, that's all, right?
Yeah, that's all for part 1.
Yeah.
You good
I'll continue this tomorrow.
boy?
Yes, sir.